Hi everybody, this is Oscars from Hike Much. Today I'll be doing an overnight adventure here in my home country of Latvia. I'll be hiking from Valmiera to Cesis, which is about 35 or 40 kilometers. There's a trail here, which I've started about 2 kilometers ago, and it goes through the local forests alongside the river Gauja, which is just through those trees over there. So I'll be staying overnight. I'll build my camp, build a campfire probably, and yeah, I'll take you guys along, show you the trail, show you what gear I'm bringing, show you all the nature and everything. So that's about it for now. By the way, this trail isn't only going through the forests. Some parts of it are paved. I'd say that about 10% are paved, maybe 30 or 40% are through gravel roads, and the rest is just a beautiful trail through the forests. It's very hot today. It's about 30 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow it's going to be slightly colder at about 25 or 26 degrees Celsius, but yeah, still very warm. It's not that common to see these temperatures here in Latvia because in general it's a kind of a cold country. We get snow here in winters and so on. You know, often people are scared to come out alone in the woods because they say things like, what if I get attacked by a bear or by a wolf or something like that? Realistically, you won't be that lucky. The only thing that you really need to worry about is these things right here. I don't know if you can see them. It's ticks. And you need to be worried because you can get Lyme disease from them. I've actually had Lyme disease when I was a teenager. I think it was 10 years ago or something. Basically, I had small temperature for 2 months. The doctors couldn't find out what's wrong with me, and eventually when they did, they found out that I had Lyme disease. I had to take really strong antibiotics for about a month, and that really crushed my immune system. After that, my skin was like really white. I had these black things under my eyes, and I'd get colds really easily. So my immune system was like completely compromised. And it wasn't even fully cured because the second year and the third year I still had Lyme disease, again, without any more ticks. Oh, that's thunder. I don't know if you can hear that. So yeah, it repeated the second and the third year, and I had to take the antibiotics again. And, you know, when my immune system just started to recover, I had to take antibiotics again and again. Eventually it was cured. So now my immune system is like in a very good condition. But yeah, it can be easily avoided with insect repellents. As long as it protects from mosquitoes and ticks, you should be good. Can you hear that? Silent. It's completely silent. All the birds have stopped singing, which means that it should start raining pretty soon. And by the looks of it, it looks like that as well. So check it out. Here's the flow rate of the Sawyer Micro Squeeze. Now that's pretty fast. Before this, I used the Sawyer Mini and it had a much worse flow rate than the Sawyer Micro Squeeze. So if you're getting a water filter, definitely get the Micro Squeeze instead of the Mini. And in terms of price and weight, the difference isn't really that much. So yeah, this one is definitely a winner. So on this trip, I'm using the Teton Sports Explorer 3400 backpack, which I'm using for the first time. Now, here's my initial impressions. I've done about 15 kilometers now. So this backpack feels really comfortable. It's nice, nice and sturdy around the shoulders. The hip belt is very comfortable. Like most of my weight is balanced on my hips, which is good. Now, here's the only thing that I don't like about it. The Teton Sports Explorer 4000 has this exact same issue. Whenever your back starts to sweat a bit, it develops a very annoying sound. I'll try to demonstrate it right now. I hope you can hear it. Like whenever you're walking and your bag is moving around, there's this annoying sound which I hate. But okay, you get used to it. It's not that a big issue, but it's a big issue for me personally. You won't get the sound on more expensive backpacks. So here's this river I was talking about earlier. It's Gauja, and this trail stretches alongside this river for about 30 or 40 kilometers. Occasionally you see it through the trees when you're walking on the trail, but the trail doesn't get down to the bank of the river. I went off the trail for a bit to get here. Yeah, nice and peaceful. So I think I'll set up my tent over here because over there there's a small little stream that I can use for fresh drinking water. Oh, and over there there's like a small pond, and when I went down there to check out the stream, I noticed there were 3 moose over there. One mother and 2 of her children, but unfortunately they managed to run away before I could pull out the camera. So I just finished setting everything up, as you can see. Today I'm using the Best Sports 2-person lightweight backpacking tent. It's essentially a cheap Amazon tent, which is kind of lightweight and actually pretty well made. I've built it on a slight incline, but I'm not too worried about that because I don't know. I'm not too worried about that. Anyway, I wanted to show you what's inside my tent. So, I got some fresh drinking water down by the stream. already filtered some of it. Here's my bag of cooking stuff. Here's my bag of food. And when you open the tent up, here's another compression sack for my electronics. And over here, I keep all of my clothing and my sleeping stuff. I keep everything inside compression sacks because they're waterproof and everything's organized that way. They also don't weigh that much, so I know some people don't like to use them because they're extra weight, but honestly, I don't care. So for my sleeping system, I'm using the Ray Co-op Flash Thermal Insulated Sleeping Pad, the Ray Igneo 17F sleeping bag, and a cheap Trichology camping pillow. By the way, I'll be linking out to all the products that I mentioned in this video in the video description. So if you're interested in that, check it out so you can find all of the products for yourself. So for heating up the water, I'm using a cheap Amazon cooking stove and the Toaks titanium lightweight pot 750 milliliters. Haha, it's hot. Good morning, everybody. So I woke up about 15 minutes ago. Still haven't made any coffee. Will do. But I came down to this stream where I got my drinking water yesterday, and I want to show you. This is the place where I saw the three moose yesterday. There's a small little pond over there. Unfortunately, I didn't have my camera with me and I couldn't film them. Well, shit. I just finished filming that last clip and I was just walking over this log and unfortunately I fell in. Yeah, so the mud there it doesn't look thick, but when I stepped there I instantly was down to like half a meter. So it's like quicksand basically. So I got everything nice and cleaned up and I started making my coffee. I just wanted to show you that I always bring my espresso machine with me. That's because I like good coffee. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but I've already done this trail. I think 1 or 2 years ago. I did it together with my friends, not solo. And at some point, somewhere around here, we separated. We were trying to find the correct way because we somehow missed the markings of the trail. And my brother, who was separated and alone, he saw 3 wolves somewhere around here. And here in Latvia, you basically never get to see any wolves. I think there are maybe 200 wolves in the whole country. Not sure about that, but the amount is very, very little. So he was very, very lucky. By the way, when it comes to dangerous mammals here in Latvia, we do have bears, around 20, so they're even rarer. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's a frog. So we do have bears, we do have wolves, both of them are very rare. There are wild boar. They're not that rare, you can find them, but they're still pretty rare. And then there's a lot of elk, a lot of deer, a lot of moose. They can sometimes be dangerous, but only in spring when they're together with their babies and they're defensive and so on. We do have snakes, three types of snakes, and only one is poisonous, and that one is also very rare. So yeah, realistically, the only thing that you have to worry about when you're hiking in Latvia is ticks. That's it, just ticks. If you see anything else, you're very, very lucky. So I'm about 8 or 10 kilometers from the finish line, and I was just walking along this gravel road and I noticed that there's actually a pretty cool campsite here. Not paid, free for everybody. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 camp spots, each with a table, a fire pit. There's a river nearby, cool swimming spot. I can fill up some fresh water there. I'll probably just chill out there for a little while, gather up my strength, and then continue the last stretch of this hike. And this is pretty cool. Should go here with canoes sometime. It's a cool river. A lot of people do that. There are these campsites alongside Gauja, and you can essentially rent a canoe, and after every 10 kilometers there's a campsite where you can stop, have some lunch, maybe stay overnight if you want to. Now, as far as I remember, the rest of the trail, which is still about 8 or 10 kilometers, is on gravel roads similar to this one and on paved roads in Cesis. So nothing too interesting. I've already gone through all of the most interesting stuff, which was back in the woods. So because of that, I guess I'll see you at my car. Man, it's hot today. This car is very hot. Anyway, I just finished the hike, and in total I did 45 kilometers. I did 23 yesterday and 22 today. It also showed that it will rain today, like very heavy rains, but I didn't basically see anything, so which is why I'm sweating quite a lot. Anyway, this was a very fun hike for me, and I hope it was fun for you to watch it as well. Keep in mind that this is my first hiking video. I've done gear reviews before, but this is like my first hiking video where I go out in the forest and film like how I do everything. So I would appreciate if you guys would let me know in the comments below what you like, what you didn't like, and so on, so I can improve my future hiking videos. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.